السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. لعل البروفيسور الإيراني محمد عبد الأحد بات اسما لامعا في مجال علوم وتكنولوجيا النانو، فهو الفائز بجائزة أفضل مخترع شاب وأفضل عالم شاب، واليوم يحرز نصرا جديدا بفوزه بجائزة المصطفى للعلوم والتكنولوجيا بدورتها الثالثة. محمد عبد الأحد وإنجازاته وبراعته وتميزه وشخصيته وأكثر في خاص من الداخل العقول الجميلة. معكم زينب صفار، تابعوا. Mustafa Prize laureate Muhammad Abd al-Ahad, Professor of Nanoelectric Engineering at the University of Tehran, and Dr. Farishta Abbasvandi, Iranian surgeon and close colleague to Dr. Abd al-Ahad. Welcome to Min al-Dakhil special Beautiful Minds distinguished guests. Many thanks indeed for joining us. Allow me to start with the first question to you, Dr. Abd al-Ahad. First of all, congratulations for the prize. You are one of the winners of the prestigious Mustafa Prize in 2019 in the field of nanotechnology. We are extremely proud of you, and during the recent 4 years, you have published 49 papers and 14 USA patents in the field of cancer detection by nanoelectric or nanoelectronic devices. You, sir, have invented a nano device for cell study and early cancer detection. Tell us, please, about this innovation.
My research in the field of cancer electronics and cancer detection has been started from when I was a PhD student in the field of electronic engineering, in which my thesis has been divided in two parts. First of all, fabricating a very accurate sensors for detecting very low amplitude signals, and in the second part, applying this sensor for detecting biological signals and some cellular interactions. So in the field of cellular interactions, I dedicated in the field of distinction between cancer and normal cells, and so it was so impressed me, and it was very nice in the field of biology and connection between biology and electronics. So I have been dedicated in the field of cancer and electronics, and depths of my investigations and studying has been dedicated in the field of cancer electronics.
Why cancer electronics?
I mean that the cancer electronics is the translation of biological phenomena and biological interactions between the cells, normal cells and cancer cells, normal cells and the body, normal cells and the organs, and vice versa, cancer cells and the organs, cancer cells and the body. But instead of taking biochemical signals, biochemical markers, visualized phenomena, yes. Instead of such signals, you will take electrical signals, voltage, impedance, current, and
so through this device.
You want and you required a very, very accurate device to take signals from biological specimen without perturbing and inducing any noises or any perturbation in vital states of the cells or organs. So cancer electronics is so crucial and vital to have non-invasive signal transduction from biological systems. So after I defense from my PhD thesis and become the faculty member of University of Tehran, I focused my research in the field of diagnosis of cancers in earlier stage by the electronic devices and non-electronic devices in two manners, real-time and accurate, because I think two of our problems in the field of cancer diagnosis in the conventional methodology of pathology or surgeries or other cases in medicine is non-real-time and non-accurate, non-precise diagnosis. So I thought about improve the technology in the field of cancer diagnosis.
Bless your heart, sir. Dr. Farishta, before we talk about how you implemented the device of Dr. Abdul-Ahad in your clinic, in the clinical aspect of it, I would like you to tell me about Dr. Abdul-Ahad, his personality. You are his colleague. You know him perhaps more than others. You get to work and cooperate with him closely.
In front of me?
Yes. This is what we want the people to know, that this person, this young scientist, how is he like?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I think he's very clever.
He is.
Very honest.
Yes.
Honest.
Yes.
Very active. He's very active and این ویژگی مذهبی بودن و با تقوا بودن ایشون باعث میشه که ببینید تو کار علمی وقتی آدم این پایبند اصول اخلاقی باشه خب خیلی فکر میکنم در واقع تو مسیر درستش میندازه آدم رو. نمیدونم اینو چجوری باید اصلا توضیح بدم. ببینید کاملا تو مسیری که باید با یه نیت کاملا خوب، یعنی یه نیت خدایی که آدم فکر میکنه که فقط فکرشون این باشه که بتونم تو مسیر قدم بردارم که کمک بکنم به مردم و به علم، به بشریت دیگه، در واقع خدمت به بشریت. یه شخصیت فوق‌العاده مهربون، دلسوز. خب این تیپ میگم مذهبی بودنش رو به نظر من خیلی بلده، خیلی این تقوایی که دارن توی کار و اینا، این اصول اخلاقی رو رعایت میکنن، یه ویژگی کاملا خاصه. کمتر تو کسی پیدا میشه.
Is he very serious or he's fun to be with?
Very serious توی کار. ولی در این حال کاملا جو ملایم. من دیدم برخوردشون با حتی دانشجوهاشون، با دانشجوهای دکتراشون، اینا کاملا جو دوستانه، فرندلی، کاملا دوستانه و در این حال کاملا جدی توی کار.
Right. So when it's work, you are a serious kind of person, but when you are in a casual manner, then you become fun to be with.
She thinks so.
Yeah, yes. This is something very nice. I wanted to ask you, sir, about the award before we delve into talking about your innovations. What does Musطفى Prize Award mean to you at this stage of your career?
I think it was 2015, the newborn of Musطفى Prize.
The inaugural, yes.
Yeah, scientists from all over the world taken together and a speech about a new kind of award for the Muslims because of some sanctions or political judgments which could ban Muslim scientists to achieve Nobel Prize or other awards all over the world, yes. And a new kind of award from Muslim countries has been born. So I followed the winners of Musطفى Prize in 2015 and 2017. All of them were very excellent scientists, and all of them were very experts in their fields. I know some of them from near and have some discussion in my scientific research with them. They are so elite and very good, and I don't know how I candidate for this prize.
Because you
these
deserve
years,
it.
because they are much better than me.
No, actually, Dr. Abdul-Ahad, you have won the Best Young Inventor Award, and also you've received the Best Young Scientist from Iran Academy of Science. How have you developed this kind of interest and passion towards studying nanotechnology, so to say, and to what extent is such a recognition and awards and medals and distinctions and accolades, this would encourage further the youth of your country and worldwide?
We have a very famous scientist, Landau. Landau told, I think in 1960, I think, that a scientist is who know all of things about one field and something about all of the fields. My religious is that the scientist is who know two fields of the science completely and other field of the science somehow. So I understood that if I want to develop a distinct system in the field of cancer diagnosis, I must consider more depth in the field of medicine. So I have been dedicated to understand medicine, the field of pathology, surgery, biology, and suddenly I found some relation between electrical behavior, electrical phenomena, electrical functions, electrical properties, and vice versa in biology. Biological phenomena, biological functions, biological properties. And so as I was an expert in the field of electrical engineering with some new data in the field of biology, so I become successful in connecting these two fields, and suddenly,
yes,
a wide variety of patterns has been developed.
You merged them together, yes.
Wide variety of papers has been published, and when I presented these achievements in medical congresses with the professors, with the surgeons, they become so impressed about such new kind of designation in diagnosis, entropy,
and innovative work, actually, binding this or merging these two fields together.
I become so depressed when I saw a cancer patient, but I love cancer because of its much accurate creature, and
it's very smart.
Yeah,
it's very smart. These
it's a super electronic phenomenon element.
Yes, so you're the first one who says that I like cancer.
I said the phenomenon, the process, the protocol.
God forbid, yes, God forbid anybody gets this. Before I go into the break, ma'am, I wanted to ask you something about the device of Dr. Abdul-Ahad. Detecting the micrometastasis is a major challenge in the patient's survival. You, ma'am, have tested and used Abdul-Ahad's invention during your surgeries. Tell us more about this breakthrough in this field and how precise the precision and the accuracy of this device, in your opinion, please.
Okay. As you know, breast cancer is the most common cancer in female in the world. And Iran is too, therefore, and the surgery is the main treatment of breast cancer.
Exactly.
Okay, and we need to excise all of tumoral cells from the body, and we have to.
Which is a very difficult thing to do.
Yes, that's very important. That's very important because if there is any tumoral cells rest in the body, therefore maybe
sleep in the body,
sleep, and maybe recurrency
will come back.
Therefore, we have some instruments for sure about the excision of the tumoral cells. In some patients, we use frozen section or the other form of method of excision. But this device, CDP, help us to assurance, to assure about the excise of all of
the cancer
cells. Yeah.
Yes. Is it that precise? What is the percentage of the precision of Dr. Abdul-Ahad?
I think about 97%. That's very good.
Wow,
that's very good.
That's excellent, actually. And it was tested on a number of patients.
Yes, we tested about, I think.
So far, how many patients?
We did each other about 150 surgery.
Wow. Yes. And it was all, healed from this tumor.
It has been more than 1 year.
Yes.
That
even
me
today.
and Dr. Abbas Fandi do surgery by the CDP in wide variety types of cancer, from ductal invasive carcinoma, lobular carcinoma, phylloid tumor, and many complicated
cases
and confusing cases. Yes, that we achieved to some new data about the CDP responses, and then after comparison with permanent pathological, no frozen, because frozen is not as strong as CDP, I think.
Yes.
As inventor, but other pathologists I think it's better to
Yes.
say their opinion about my
Your
fact
device,
and my
yes,
invention.
your
Yes,
invention, yes.
but I think it was so acceptable.
Right, I think so because of the number and the immensity and the 97%. When a surgeon says it's 97%, it's a surgeon at the end of the day. Okay, she's using it clinically. It's not only on the paper, but it's on the bed. Okay, allow us, distinguished guests, to stop for a short break, and then we'll be back to talk more about the nano electronic chip that you have also invented, sir.
Yes.
إذا فاصل قصير ونعود، لا تذهبوا بعيدا. لعل فريق دكتور محمد عبد الأحد أستاذ هندسة النانو الإلكترونية في جامعة طهران طور رقاقة نانو إلكترونية التي يمكنها وللمرة الأولى في العالم أن تكشف وتميز الخلايا السرطانية المنتشرة في مجرى الدم من دون الحاجة إلى أي مؤشر بيولوجي. العالم الإيراني الحائز جائزة المصطفى للعلوم والتكنولوجيا عام 2019 يخبرنا أكثر عن هذا التطور العلمي المثير.
Yeah, that system was NELMEC, nano-electromechanical chip, in which we circulate and flow the blood from some nano channels, which were reinforced by some silicon nanografts as active electrodes. And as you know, the size of white BCs, leukocytes, I mean,
true.
and circulating tumor cells have very, very good overlap with each other. So you can distinct a WBC from a CTC by just size distinction, okay? But they have got very, very good function distinct with each other, okay? One of these function is electrical capacitance, okay? We flow the blood from these nano channels, and during the flowing, small WBCs and red blood cells pass through the channels, okay? But large WBCs and CTCs get entrapped in the opening of the channels. Then we record electrical capacitance signals from the entrapped cells, and if they were WBCs, we again reinforce to pass them through the blood, and if they were CTC, circulating tumor cells, we captured them for further evaluation, and by counting and phenotyping these circulating tumor cells, we can have a scientific stage from a cancer patient.
How practical is such a chip, in your opinion?
This chip was the first chip developed in 2016 without any biological markers. But it is important to note that the concept of circulating tumor cells is a very confusing and is a very complicated concept, because we have got three phenotype and stage of a circulating tumor cells: epithelial stage, mesenchymal stage, and amoeboid stage.
Here I would like to ask you about the cost of such kind of, whether device or chip. Is it of good cost? Is it cost effective?
Cancer diagnostic probe is a very cost-effective system with a very cheap head probe, which can be widely used in the cancer surgery during the operation.
Very good. That's very good.
Yes, Dr. Abbas Fandi can.
She has tried.
Yes, can discuss about my claim. Nano-electromechanical chip NELMEC is not very cheap. It might be expensive, but it's not single-used. You can rinse it and reuse it for many times, yes,
Okay.
and as it is an in vitro system, which you don't need to implant it or enter it in the body, so you can use it many times for each patient or every patient. So this might induce some cost benefit in the case of NELMEC.
Ma'am, how cost effective is the device? You've tried it.
I think that's cost effective, because when you want to sure about margins in surgery, you have to use frozen section, for example. That's I think CDP is cheaper than frozen section, and that's more accuracy, with more accuracy,
precision and accuracy,
yes.
of course. Now, Dr. Farishta, allow me to ask you here about cancer. Cancer is one of the most common causes of death and health problems in the whole world. However, this illness diagnosed in both sexes, people of all age groups, different races, the incidence and mortality of cancer are considerably different in various geographic areas. That's what they say. Can you please tell us about some facts on incidence and mortality of cancer in Iran? And what are, in your opinion, as a surgeon and as a researcher, the main reasons for such kind of cancer?
In Iran, the incidence of cancer is about, as you know, in Iran, more or less from the European country.
Exactly, in comparison to
America,
European countries, sure.
But about 30 to 35 per 10,000 people. Therefore, that's no.
It's very low.
Yes, very low. But the most common cancer in female. ببینید ایران اصلا یک کشور جوانتریه، به خاطر جوانتر بودنشه که سن ابتلا پایین تره. یعنی چون به طور کلی سن خانم ها آقایون، ایران به خاطر جوانتر بودن سن کل مردمشه که سن ابتلا هم پایین تره. و قبلا فاصلمون حدود 10 بود، ولی الان حدود 5 سال 6 سال جوانتر هستیم. به خاطر همینه که تو سن کمتری مبتلا میشه. پس بنابراین و به حال وقتی کنسر تو سن پایین‌تر فرد مبتلا میشه، احتمال مرگ و میر به طور کلی بالاتره. درسته؟ ولی چون که حالا یا به خاطر بحث اعتقادات درمان‌هایی که میشه و اینا، وقتی مقایسه کنیم تو اون رده سنی تو ایران و سایر کشورها، مورتالیتی ما بالاتر نیست.
Dr. Abdul-Ahad, allow me to ask you now, what are you, or when you are not researching, teaching, supervising, what are you, what do you do?
Sleeping.
Sleeping, if you have time to sleep.
So part of my time has been dedicated for some
hobbies,
some religious investigation, studying.
Right.
Yeah, about the.
He's also studying in his free time.
Yes, basis of the Shia and some.
So religious studies,
yes,
like
some
Hausawi
concepts,
studies. Yes.
Some concepts which is very important for me and might confuse me, and I must reconstruct again and again my mind in the case of my watching to the world, to the future, and
the prognosis of the future. Yes. Thanks to Dr. Abdul-Ahad and his innovation and invention, that he is trying to help us detect early detection of cancer in the human body. Dr. Abdul-Ahad, Musطفى Prize Laureate for 2019. And Dr. Farishta Abbas-Vendi, many thanks indeed for joining us. And many thanks for being part of this من الداخل special Beautiful Minds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always welcome, always welcome. إذا لقاء جديد في الأسبوع المقبل مع ضيف جديد وقضية جديدة ودائما من الداخل. للمزيد من التواصل تابعونا على صفحات السوشيال ميديا من كل فريق عمل برنامج من كل الميادين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.